Hey guys, Jessica here. It's been a while since I've posted a video on here or done a reading. I have been in college doing my thing, and I only have 2 more weeks left, so I've been studying for exams and stuff. But I'm learning how to run a business, and I'm learning more about plants, which I love. I got my little peace lily over here, whom I saved from Lowe's. So yeah, I've just been doing that, putting on the college pounds. My friend dyed my hair for me on Halloween. She just bleach washed it. You can see it's growing. My roots are growing back in. But I really like this light color, and I was thinking about going pink or magenta. The magenta would turn out pink in my hair. So let me know in the comments if you think that would look good on me. I'm supposed to be studying for my plant growth class right now. Here's my study guide that I wrote up, but I'm not doing that. So I'm going to do a video for you guys, partially because I'm procrastinating, and partially because it's been a long time. So typically I would be showing you guys the cards, but this time I'm going to show you my face. I got this new deck recently called Forest of Enchantment, and it is a tarot deck, but I really like how the author put energy into drawing every single card. The illustration is just beautiful. The back of every card has this. Here's the tower. I'll try to find some that are easily recognizable. Here's the tower card. It's cool. It's all about, the forest, in a sense. So we got that. And then I also got this deck. This is from someone on Etsy called Learning Tarot Cards. The Witchy Cauldron is the name of the company that made, I'm assuming she made these. Here's what the back looks like. It has these little cards to explain what the symbols mean for the chakras and the planets. And on every single card, it has descriptions of what the card means. So I am normally an intuitive reader, but this time we're going to see how it goes with this Learning Tarot deck here. Alright, so on my survey, if you're interested in taking my survey about what type of reading you'd like to do next, just check out my community page, and that has my information, or it has the poll there that you can take. And the one person who took it said they wanted to know what you need to hear now. So I'm going to use, let's see. I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland deck, and I'm going to pick 3 cards, and you guys can decide which card you feel is calling to you, and that will be your pile. I'm just going to do 3 piles. Okay, this is the first card. Law is not justice. Rules that are not fair. So it seems like something is going on in your life right now that is just not fair. Even if you're following the law you might not have anything to help you solve it. Maybe this will be a new one. Mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. Maybe someone in your life has passed away, or it could be that a cycle in your life is ending. Something that you did for a really long time is no longer going to be there for you. And this can be a choice that you made or a choice that just had to happen. And we have no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. And so it seems like the third pile is a little bit of a pick-me-up for anyone who is trying to stay positive. All right. So pile 1, law is not justice. Pile 2, mortality. And pile 3, no need to fear. So whichever or one or two of these you feel drawn to, let me know in the comments, and then skip to the timestamp down below. So we are going to start with law is not justice. And I got my tarot cards here. Lots of boxes to keep all the cards in. Alright, look at that. It popped. The first, okay, we have it, it's in reverse here. Okay, this is the 8 of Cups. No, the 9 of Cups. Okay, it says shattered dreams, nightmares, unhappiness, devastation, misery, lack of fulfillment. Okay, so I would definitely say that that's going along with this card. Okay, so things in your life are not turning out the way you hoped. It's kind of like a chess game. Like you had all these moves planned, and then the person that you're playing against just happens to be better than you, and they pulled the wool over your eyes and won. Okay? And it might not even be that they knew what they were doing. It might just be luck of the draw. Okay? So I'm seeing more cards here. Okay? It's showing that there is a really big burden in your life. This is really burdening you. Okay? You want to see justice, and whether or not that has to do with the justice system, you want to feel like all the work that you put into this is justified. Okay, that you actually got something out of all the stuff you put into it. Okay, and it's saying action and truth. So it seems like either you need to be looking at this from another perspective. Like, trust me, I know all about perspectives. I go through many perspectives trying to find the answer. I try to stand in other people's shoes. I try to stand in my past self and my future self and say, well, what should I do? What could I have done? But it definitely seems like there's this burden, and you just want the truth to come out. Okay, what do we need? What does this person need to know? Okay, you are blocked. Okay, you are a magician, and you are able to manifest because you have gotten yourself to this place. I'm sure of it. You have manifested things that you have wanted, and when it was something that was necessary in your life or something that you believed was possible, it came really easily. But in this case, you're blocked because you're afraid. You're blocked because maybe in your whole life you felt like you were too weak. Maybe someone told you you would amount to nothing, that kind of thing. And this frustration, this indecision, these burdens that are keeping you stuck, they're blocking your creativity. They're blocking you from seeing the possibility. And you're blocked from seeing the possibility of abundance. Okay, that's what these cards are saying right here. You are blocked from seeing not only what could be, but what you have done. And I'm seeing the third eye chakra is on the abundance card. So it seems like throughout this time of you saying, like, I want justice, you have actually accumulated, and the universe is saying, a lot of personal skills and development. And they're giving me the term soft skills. So hard skill would be welding the two things together. But the soft skill would be problem solving and how you react when it doesn't work or when it comes out badly. What are you going to do about that? How are you going to act? Are you going to try to blame other people for it? Are you going to do some research and try to figure it out? Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. That's what you need to be doing right now. You're blocked. Okay, and now I want to read this quote because I keep looking at it. I have all the resources I need, inner and outer. So you have done so much work, and I don't even feel like this is like a week-long debacle. I feel like this has been like years. Okay, there has been years of you seeing your worth as a lot less than it is. Okay, there have been years of you looking at your dreams and trying to figure out which is the right one, which is the right path to take. And you probably have a lot of opportunities. And you're probably sick of looking at perspectives too. You're probably like, okay, I know that I could do this, but it would probably end up with me getting in trouble by the law. I know I could do this, but it would hurt someone's feelings very close to me. I know I could do this too, but I'm afraid because I've never had to do it before. And there was a time when you went out and you actually tried to get advice from people that were supposed to know the answers in your mind. You thought they were supposed to know the answers. But they actually didn't give you any answers. They just kind of like threw some breadcrumbs at you and they were like, continue along the path. And you were like, no, because you were supposed to end this for me. You were supposed to end this madness by telling me which one is the best choice. And all they told you was, you can only make that decision. And then you went fucking insane. Can you tell? Can you tell? I know this so much. So we have these two cards that just spilled out when I was rambling. Okay, I don't even know what they are. Balance. Here we have temperance and defeat. So let's see what this defeat says. Peaceful resolution, moving on, compromise, communication, ending conflict. So it seems like this is what you want. Okay, you want to move on from this. You want to move on from this madness that you've been experiencing, but you want to do it in a humane, balanced, peaceful way. You want to be able to compromise. You know, it says, I know my extremes. Now I seek peace. Okay. It's almost like, just unhook the chain from around my neck already. Okay. I'm no help to you. This is, we always get more stressed out. We always fight about things. We're always, you know, we can never come to a compromise. So why are we still chained up? Okay, and how interesting. This card was just sitting upright in the deck. I hadn't even really pulled anything. Okay, and here, justice. Together. Okay. I get what I give. Very interesting here. I have the feeling like it's really hard for you to be nice to people that have been really mean to you, and I don't blame you at all. But as the law of balance states here, I give what I get. And both of these people have, like this has the scale, and in a sense, temperance is balancing out the water in the cups, which is also a type of scale. So, I just feel like if you're going to be mean to this person and you're going to continue to be mean to this person, then you guys will forever have this relationship of being mean to each other. And I just feel like someone, which is probably you because this reading is for you, someone needs to see beyond what's been happening. There's a quote by Einstein that says, you cannot solve a problem from the place that it started in, or something like that. Something about your mentality of like, if you see something as a problem, you have to overcome that thinking and get a new perspective. Because if you always just see it as a problem, it's always just going to be a problem. I mean, if you like freeze a dollar bill in the freezer and you never take it out to thaw, it's always going to be a frozen dollar bill in the freezer. I don't know why that is the I don't know why the universe had me say that. But again, with our card here that we got for your pile, law is not justice, rules that are not fair. Is it fair that after all this time you still have to be the bigger person? After all this time of you trying to be the bigger person, you still have to be the bigger person? No, it's not fair. But the deck is most certainly saying that you're going to find even more clarity. You just can't give up. And the universe is like, we're here to be challenged. We're here to challenge you. Spirit guides love challenging their human. That sounds so funny. But life is so boring when you're not challenging yourself. Life feels empty when you're not working towards something. And so the universe is like, don't give up, just continue on, but you can't keep looking at this from the same way. You can't keep giving the same energy and expecting something different. Something needs to change. So let's see if the cards can clarify what needs to change, what energy needs to change. Wow, that's very interesting that this card just popped out. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, you know what needs to change? The belief that you have control in this world and that you can do things, okay? You can start new beginnings. You can accomplish your goals. You can increase your income, okay? You can learn. You can go to college. You deserve to do all of this stuff. The only person that's stopping you is yourself, okay? The universe is saying, just because you can't get justice in a political sense, I can't think of any other word, just because you can't get it in that sense doesn't mean, when you have beautiful hair and an awesome job and a beautiful house, that other people seeing that, them being jealous, that's justice, isn't it? I mean, for your ego, it's justice. When you say, look how much better I'm doing now that I got out of that hellhole. That's justice. And that is the kind of justice that a police officer cannot grant you, a judge cannot grant you. They may be able to grant you the ability to leave or, something like that, to take your kids or whatever. That's great. I'm not saying that's not great. But living your life the way you want to live it, outside of all the crap that you've had to go through, that's justice. So, best of luck to you, and I really hope, I really genuinely hope that you follow this dream that seems unreachable, but sings to your heart. And one last thing I want to say, I see that the solar plexus chakra is on this card, and here it says, I can. You can. Okay, this whole reading was talking about how you're afraid to make a move, but you can. Okay, you can do it. All right, love and light, pile 1. All right, pile 2 is mortality. So something in your life has gone down. Okay, either a death of a person, an animal, or it can be the death of yourself, your ego. It could be the death of a bad habit that has been, following you for a long time. Okay, let's see what cards we got here. Okay, it's showing, okay, and also this could also be something that you're not putting to rest. Okay, it could be that it is put to rest or you're trying. So let's see what this says here. Refusing to compromise, give in, stubborn, rigid, last one standing. Okay. And we have the Chariot reversed. Forcefulness, lack of direction, lack of self-control, powerlessness, aggression, being blocked. Okay, another one about being blocked. Okay. So what I'm seeing from this is that you feel like there is no way out of this. You feel like if you were to cross the bridge, the grass on the other side would be just as bad. And you are most certainly blocked because all of those cards are reversed. And 2 of them are the throat chakra, which means, here on my cheat sheet, I speak. So that would express that what you're not doing is speaking your truth. And my spirit guides are telling me that speaking out loud, but also speaking internally, like recognizing what you're saying internally to yourself. And I see the sacral chakra is reversed, so I feel. So so I speak and I feel is reversed. So it means that you feel like you can't express yourself, and that's what is keeping you hostage. I feel like that's the only right word I can use here. But there needs to be this transition. And it's interesting that it says maybe right here. It seems like you've known well before you even realized what was happening to you that you needed to get out of this. But you were always saying, maybe, because you're fighting between 2 realities. The reality that you see, which is just a perspective. It doesn't mean that your reality is correct. And also the reality that you want to be happening, the future that you are looking for. Okay, so I see now that this is a death about the ego. This is a death about, that's how things were. And especially when you're like, when you get to be like 16 to 21, like you got life figured out. That's how it is. And then when you get to be like 21 to, I'll just say 27 because that's how old I am, you realize like shit's a lot different than you thought. And so during the 20s, at least in my life, I've been through this battle of like, okay, I grew up, this is how things were when I grew up. This is how I'm supposed to be. This is how I was taught. This is, what has been ingrained into my brain. But then there's this other part of me that's like, no, follow your heart, do what you want. The universe or God, whoever, created you with a mission because you have a reason to help this world. There's something that you need to do to help this world. And there's this transition of like, well, my parents wanted me to do this, and I really want to do this. And you're going through that transition. This old version of you from childhood is dying, and this adult version of you that's more in control is growing. But you're living in between them, and that's what's so difficult right now, is that you want to put the old to death. And I'll just give you a quick example about me. I didn't know about meditation and mindfulness until I was already had a kid when I was 21. That's why I used 21 to 28 as my, because my personal experience. So before I was 21, I went to food to satisfy my unpleasant emotions. And so I'm still battling that food addiction, that sugar addiction. And there's been times in my life where I felt great and I was able to just stop eating sugar because every single day I just felt great. Now I'm going to cry. And I love my son. Don't take it like that way, in a bad way. But having a kid and not having a career puts like a shit ton of pressure. And I tried to use meditation. As and mindfulness and even exercise as a way of alleviating that stress. But nothing seems to do it like chocolate and sugar and bread. And I don't have a fast metabolism, so it just stays. I'm sorry that I'm crying. So after 6 years of trying to accomplish this transition, trying to deal with this death of my ego, of my older self, I still feel like I haven't accomplished it, and it's so stressful. And all this blockage that the beginning of this reading talked about, I can resonate with. And this quote here, my spirit guides pointed to me, it says, "No obstacles will stop me now." Okay, so maybe you need to look in the mirror and try to get yourself really like pumped up to feel good, because if you don't do that very often, you can't just expect other people to make you feel really good. You gotta make yourself feel good too, especially if you don't have someone in your life that's doing that. And say, no obstacles will stop me now. And I just get the feeling like you've done so much healing that you already know a lot of the solutions. You already know the schedule that you need to be on to make sure that you stay on track. But the stress that you're feeling, it's like a hormonal thing. Okay. Alright, we have creative expression blocked. We also have creative expression blocked. Okay, is there some type of... Yeah, so that can go back to what we were talking about. The old person is dying, the new person is growing, but that new person's creativity is blocked. A fragile sense of identity, poor personal boundaries. Okay, maybe you grew up being a people pleaser, and now you're just like, I want to please myself, but it's so natural to please others. Let's see what the universe says that you should do about this here. Okay, we got Queen of Cups. Okay, and the third eye here. So it seems like this is going to open up your perspective. It says nurturing, so nurturing yourself, okay? And this choice of switching between people, person, yourself. It says a choice based on sincere feelings, imagination, dreams, empathy, deep feeling. Okay, and it also talks about a mother. So maybe your mother played a big part in why it's hard for you to switch gears. And I also just want to say before I close this pile up, you know, your parent didn't know better, even though they're an adult. Because if they did, they would have explained something to you or tried to change something. A lot of times, parents are just kids of other unknowing parents, naive parents, or however you want to put it. I always wished that my parents would have helped me learn how to regulate my emotions, but the truth is they didn't have the capacity to regulate their emotions. So why would I ever expect that of them? If they knew how to regulate their emotions, they would have taught me how. And all I can do is teach my son how. So thank you, Pile 2. Good luck on this transition of your personal life that you're experiencing. And if you felt like maybe this was a past loved one speaking with you, then follow your intuition, because there's a very good chance that it is. Love and light, Pile 2. Alright, last but not least, Pile 3. We have no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. And in this picture, there's like a weird fish and a weird fish flying up there, and I don't know what that is. Some more birds. Okay, so it seems like you are reaching for these dreams that are, like, people would say far-fetched. It's like you're fishing in the lake for the Loch Ness Monster. It's just like you really think that is going to be the solution. And, my spirit guides made me think of this meme I saw on, I don't know where I saw it on, but it was like an advertisement or a newspaper article or something from like the early 2000s or maybe the late 90s, 99, something like that, where it called the internet a passing fad. And, just for an example, because you know who he is, Steve Jobs threw his line in the water of the internet when people decided that they didn't want to believe in it, and he caught the big one. And same with, I could say, like, Amazon. I can't remember the guy's name for some reason. Amazon really shaped the idea of quick, reliable online shopping. And because of that, Walmart had to keep up with it, other stores. And for example, like Kmart and Sears, they didn't do as much online stuff. Yeah, you could buy it online, but they stuck to the box store stuff, and they got left behind. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like you're ready to put this new concept, this new idea, take this first step, and It's like you're letting other people tell you what the results are going to be before you even see the results. That's silly. Okay, but that can also stem from when you were a child, you didn't have parents who said, you know, if you work really hard, then yeah, that's possible. But I'm telling you now that if you work really hard, it's possible. So we got 4 cards here. 3 of them are reversed. One of them is not. And the one that is not reversed is prosperity. So in your life right now, you have prosperity. And you have a vision that is going to give you what this card says. And I will read it so that you know I'm not just making this up. A financial new beginning, new financial opportunities, new job, new business, money, investments, saving, prosperity, security, stability, abundance, manifestation. Okay, there's no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. I'm reading the cards here so you know I'm not joking. Okay. The universe is saying what you want to do is going to work out. Now, it might not work out the exact way that you're expecting, but the universe here has swept in. We have, and if you notice, the cards have a yes on here. Okay, all 4 of these cards have yes, even though these are reversed. So this is reversed because it's blocked, and it's what you're not seeing about this situation. Okay, so teamwork really sticks out to me. Okay, you cannot do this alone. And if you want to start a business that is going to make a lot of money, that is going to live on like what Steve Jobs did, you have to have teamwork. There is no way that you could create a corporation that big all on your own. And if you are able to make a lot of money all on your own, then that's fantastic. But a part of teamwork is also the customers that you work with every single day. So you need to be more communicative, and you need to see the bigger picture. It seems like you are wasting your time. It seems like you are lacking ambition. This is what the card says. You're allowing delays to disappoint you. Okay, and you're only giving paltry effort. Paltry. Paltry. I've never heard that, seen that word. But you're only giving like 50%. So it seems like you need to be out there looking for potential clients, looking for potential team members, looking into what kind of business you want to have, looking into the market of that business. Okay, it's not enough to just say, I wish I could, but I can't. Okay, that will always keep you stuck. But again, okay, these cards are saying whatever this big changes that you're trying to do, this new career opportunity, it's going to be successful, but you actually have to physically move toward it. You can't just hope that one day it appears. You have to actually create it with your own 2 hands and your brain. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. Okay. Apathy is the next word. Let me look up what apathy means really quick, just so I can make sure that I know. Okay, lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. Okay, it seems like what you need to do is come to the end of this stagnation. Okay, you need motivation and enthusiasm. And where you're going to get that is when you decide to stop allowing the past to tell you what's possible, what's not possible. Stop allowing your neighborhood to make you feel a certain way about what you do in life, what you want to do in life. Okay, and the last card we have recognition. Okay, and you're afraid of this. Failure, losing, disadvantage, disgrace, being hunted, ill will. Okay, you think that that's what's going to happen to you. You think that if you open this new business, that a bunch of bad stuff is going to happen, that people are not going to accept you for who you are. But the truth is that this is what's going to happen. Okay? And the tower, yes, while it is very, very, very stressful, you're going to be ready for it. Okay? You're already going to have climbed out of that tower. Okay? It's saying you are afraid of this. Chaos, destruction, sudden upheaval, trauma, unexpected change, loss, disaster, tragedy, bankruptcy. Okay, that's very valid because all of that can happen. And if you are not going to prepare properly, then yes, this could be your fate. But remember what this card says. Okay, no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. And so if you decide to take all the steps, you can figure it out. And I would recommend to anyone to go to college and take a business management class of some kind, or get the degree, even if it's like a certificate that only takes you like 2 semesters, because that will open your mind up to how you can get this done. Yeah, I just feel like maybe for a long time you were just trying to do it on your own, but you're afraid of losing what you love in the storm. And so the universe is saying to surrender to the changes. This new job could mean that you are uprooted from this place you're living at now and you end up somewhere else. So be it. Because progress is progress. And as long as you remember how powerful you are, as this card says, then you will experience this prosperity and this security that you're looking for. And if you haven't found it where you are in all these years, it's not likely that you're going to find it. And I just got the word unstable in my head. So it could be that other people around you are unstable and they're not trying to figure this out. So I'm going to do one last card that talks about what should you do about this fear of progress and financial opportunity. Look at that. Travel. Yes. Travel. Moving. Foreign land. It doesn't have to be foreign land. Like in a different country, it could just be a new state. That's foreign. That's something that is foreign to you. Or even just a new place in town, a new apartment in town. That's foreign. Moving forward, self-confidence, self-belief, freedom, success, happy with choices and outcome, hard work paying off, experiencing life. Okay, you're going to gain this foresight about your life. And so a little bit at a time, but just know that all of those fears that are jumbling around in your head, all of the ways that people may have made you feel like you're not enough, it's not true. And you are in charge of your life. You're in charge of how it turns out. So if you decide to do nothing, then nothing's going to happen. If you decide to put your money towards things that you won't get money back from, that's your choice. But you are smart enough to figure out a way that works for you. And the universe says that it's not up to me to tell you, because you need to speak with your inner self and figure this out. So thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate you spending your time with me, and thank you for letting me channel for you. It kind of gave me some more energy, which I need to take my test today. So thank you again for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already, and take that poll to let me know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hear next. Love and light.